Thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. All right, so we got to talk about Dynamite here. The Continental Classic has started. We had 4 matches on this show, and some very, very good matches. Actually opened up with Kyle Fletcher and Okada as the first match, Continental Classic Gold League match.
So we got to mention also that the Continental Championship.
Oh, here we go. Let's hear it.
Is up in this tournament. However, the International Championship is not up in this tournament. So if Okada does not win the tournament, there is no more unified championship because that's the combination of the two. But he will remain International Champion, and then whoever wins the tournament will become Continental Champion. So the belts that were unified with the Okada-Omega match are now ununified unless Okada wins the tournament again, which I suppose he could. You know, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that Tony would have the eventual winner lose his first round match. I mean, that actually makes sense in a lot of ways. But that is the situation, you know, that the Continental Championship is at stake in this tournament.
So Kyle Fletcher and Okada was the opener, and they had one of those matches that was like great, but I think they could have a far better match.
Agreed.
First half was pretty slow-paced, and then, of course, the second half really picked up. And Okada ended up, they teased a ref bump twice. Fletcher tried the brainbuster. Okada gouged his eyes, tried the Rainmaker. Fletcher cradled him and pinned him. So the Continental Champion was pinned in the first match of the tournament. And Don Callis was doing commentary, and he was excited that somebody from the Don Callis family won, and he got in the ring and had them shake hands, but Okada was pissed off that he had lost this match.
Yeah.
But very, very good wrestling. Almost went the time limit.
Well, that was the idea. The whole idea of it was to tell you that they're going to a 20-minute draw for sure. That's why they started slow, for that very reason.
I didn't buy for 1 second that the opening match of the Continental Classic was going to be a draw. If this had gone on like second or third on the show, it'd be maybe. But I just didn't see them opening the whole tournament with a draw.
Well, they was definitely teased. They did the time cues. They did everything you would do for a draw, and then they did the pin. Makes sense. You know, it makes sense for Fletcher to win. I mean, if I would have booked it, I would have had Fletcher win. Where it goes from here, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, the people popped pretty big. I don't think that the people were expecting Fletcher to win because, you know, Okada's only lost singles matches in AEW previously to Bryan Danielson and there's one other, Kyle Fletcher, right? Last year.
I think it was last year, Kyle Fletcher again. Yeah.
So Kyle Fletcher's beaten him twice. So if they meet in the finals or in the playoffs, Okada's probably going to win that one if they were to meet again.
So then we had the follow-up to the Bucks and Kenny Omega reuniting, and that was Kenny Omega gets interviewed. He is asked if they have reunited, and he says, well, it's a long story, it's complicated, but I think that perhaps the Bucks deserve a second chance. And he goes back into his room. There's a long, awkward pause, and then the door opens again, and the Young Bucks come out, and they say hi, and they walk off. Seems like they're together.
Yep.
I guess they didn't have time to follow up on this show, so they just did this.
Yeah. Well, they should be challenging the Ops for the Trios title.
We had an awesome promo with Mark Briscoe from after the pay-per-view. He talked about how he lost the most important thing to him, his brother. The other half of himself, been a long road, didn't know if he wanted to carry on or keep wrestling with Adam. But he had to make him proud, do it for the family. He'd had defeat, loss, disappointment. But when his family's on the line, that changes everything. He said he had his road family, his home family. This belt was for both of them. And he looked up and he told his brother that we did it. This guy's the greatest. Incredible promo. We had the Babes of Wrath versus Harley and Willow in a women's tag title tournament match.
Harley and Willow are the Babes of Wrath.
We had the Babes of Wrath and the Sisters of Sin.
Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, this match wasn't very good.
No.
And it went way too long. It just went on and on and on and on. It got multiple heats. And in the end, we had Willow getting a blind tag, hit Julia with a doctor bomb, and pinned her. And just not good. There was a spot where Julia Hart went for a moonsault.
The
and she
moonsault
just,
spot
like,
was bad.
missed by a mile, landed on her feet, and then tried to save it by dropping an elbow.
No, she didn't land on her feet. She did the moonsault that was supposed to hit. It didn't hit, and then she
landed on her feet next to her.
She got up
instead of landing on her stomach, and then she just dropped an elbow.
Yeah,
it was weird. There was also no heat for this match at all. So
there was heat when Willow made the hot tag.
There was a brief, when she briefly.
Early part. Well, on this show, most of the matches did not start with heat. They had to earn the heat, and that was pretty much the case in every match. But this one, it didn't have much heat until Willow. When Willow was in, it had heat. When the rest of them, when she wasn't in, it was quieter.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notify button, and you'll never miss a video again.